acknowledge our, if you're a violence interrupter, could you please stand? Any violence interrupters in the house, could you please stand? Could you please stand? Can you get them a round of applause? Those men and women who stand on the front line to fight against the violence right here in Ward 8, we want to honor them because it's not an easy task. They don't make $1 million, and they don't have guns, and so they're on the front line to make sure our community is safe. I see MPD is also here. And we have the men and women from the Metropolitan Police Department. Please stand. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so a few of the bills we're working on is the Housing Conversion Eviction Clarification Amendment Act of 2019. This authorizes fees collected pursuant to the conversion of rental housing to condominiums for cooperative status of 1980 to be disposed, deposited in the Housing Reduction Trust Fund. For those who may not know, we have a pot of money that's supposed to go to affordable housing in the district, which is normally around $100 million a year. We've had this pot for at least 7 years, so you multiply that's about $700 million. And so we're trying to make sure that this pot of money that's going there goes to real affordable housing, because right now, as it stands, we spent about 44% of that money on people earning between $87,000 and $110,000 a year, was supposed to be people who supposed to be needing affordable housing. And so we are introducing legislation to right-size that, to put money into people earning 0 to 30% AMI, also 31 to 58% AMI, which is the area median income, or MFI, median family income, which is a new term that is used through the federal government. We have Law, Housing, Production, Trust Fund Affordability of Levels Amendment Act. This also increases the dedicated revenue allotment to extremely low-income households. As you know, as you may or may not know, we've had surpluses every year since I've been in office in D.C. So we have more money in Washington, D.C. than we ever had in D.C. history. Yet the people who need it the most are getting less and less and less. Yeah. And so we are in an uphill battle, not talking about equality anymore, but fighting for equity. Because people in East of the River, you know, Ward 7, Ward 8, Possum, Ward 5, we got a call. I woke up to a text message this morning from one of our shelters on 12th Street that some residents went out there this morning, Robert Whitland and some other residents, because they don't have heat. There's no way you're building a state-of-the-art, brand new facility and they don't have heat. And so sometime today I have to go past there, but this is what we're talking about here. Like if this happened in any other war, it'd be an outrage. And so we have to send letters and emails today and make calls to DHS to ensure our residents have heat and living in quality living facilities. I'm going to try to skip around. The East of the River, this bill is B23-0353. This is the East of the River High Risk Displacement Prevention Services and Fund Establishment Act of 2019. So one of the things we want to do is we want to build it in Ward 8, right? A lot of people say we need amenities, we need grocery stores, we need places to go shop, we need everything everyone else is getting. But one thing as a councilman, I want to be responsible and make sure we have healthy development. And while we building these big buildings and these big projects, that we also building on people, right? Because people is important. Because we're not building on people that can go into those buildings. We'll look up 10 years from now. I don't want to be the council member in office where we build all these grandiose things and they can't afford, or we can't afford to live there or go and shop there. And so one of the things we're working on with Councilmember Anita Barnes is displacement free zones. And that's basically, it's not original with DC, but we've been pushing it for quite some time to ensure that those areas hardest hit by development are able to freeze the taxes on those properties, because my property value, my taxes went up 11% in the last 2 years. 11%. And I can imagine what's happened to the business owners, 50%. And so we've watched several businesses right here on this corridor, from Cheers to Uniontown to Citations, go out of business. And so we have to make sure, as we grow as a city, we talk about a fair chance and an equitable city, and our business able to grow, homegrown businesses, black businesses, businesses of color right here in our community. So we are introducing and pushing legislation. We got bits and pieces of it we're rolling out. One piece is a job piece to ensure that those businesses hire right here from the community. We also met with UPO yesterday for a training program to ensure that we are getting residents ready, not just for jobs, but careers. Because I hear it all day long, Trey, I need a job, Trey, I need a job. Then I ask you what you want to do, or what are you qualified in? They say, I do everything. I said, oh, that's the wrong answer. But we have to make sure that people have skills and talents, they're able to use that, because everything we need is right here in this room, right here in our community. So we need your support to get this bill passed. It's called the premise of the displacement free zones. The freeze the taxes in and around hardest hit areas when it comes to development. There are a lot of projects in the pipeline. There's about to be $1 billion spent from Google Road to Howard Road right here. $1 billion, not 200 million, not $1 billion right here. So you can imagine we go way up to St. E's or Willow Road or Southern Avenue. We have a lot of money about to be spent here in Ward 8, but we want to make sure there's equity and we empower businesses to participate. We don't want to just get construction jobs. We're past the conversation about someone getting construction jobs because we do those jobs, but they're seasonal. If you got to lay cement, when cement is done, you're done. You got to do drywall, when drywall is done, you're done. We're going to make sure we have ownership of these and equity. And one of the things we did right here, we introduced in Union Temple, was the ability for residents to invest into these projects. And one of the projects has been, that agreed to it was Virginia Square with 4 points, and allow us, if we have a minimum of $500, we can invest into the project through equity sharing. So we're going to be rolling more out about that as time progresses, as we get closer to closing on some of these projects. Close Relative Caregiver Subsidy Pilot Program Establishment Act of 2019. That bill was already passed. What we found out is there has been money allocated for grandparents of foster children. But in the hearings, we had several people from Ward 8 that was testifying saying that, no, I'm not the grandparent, but I'm taking care of these children, and the money don't come to me. And so what we did was we reintroduced the bill to allow a close relative or family member to also get access to the money to take care of their family members in times of crisis when the family break apart. And so that bill already passed. Thanks, God. One of the other things we've done that I think we need to do more of is leverage our capital and access to resources. One thing we know when we talk about development and economic stability in our community is that most of us don't have access to capital, and that hurts us on projects. For example, Check It. We're trying to help Check It and other businesses like Check It that are homegrown in the community stay in our community. And so that takes government being more proactive and leveraging the resources. No way we got almost $2 billion in Wells Fargo. We're not pushing Wells Fargo to support the businesses in our community. And so in the last I've been in office 3 years and some days now, I feel like 20 years, we have put money into DSLBD to support small businesses in Ward 7 and 8 through what is called now the Dream Grant. We've increased that to $800,000 in the upcoming budget to support small businesses. So if you know somebody, you're a small business, make sure you apply. If you have any questions, you can come see anyone in my office, or we'll meet with you with DSLBD to figure out what the criteria to help businesses to grow. And we should be doing more of that with a $15.5 billion budget with surpluses for the last 3 years.